Hey world, Latanya Blackman here. Just wanted to give you a little information about our family vacation that we had during this Christmas break. It was phenomenal. We went up to the mountains, myself, my husband, and our 4 children, and we spent about a week in a cabin there, pretty much doing what we want when we want. We did a little sightseeing, and most importantly, we were able to reflect and retreat. And I want to share with you some of the activities that we did with each other to reflect and to retreat. So I have my journal here. What I did is I went out and I purchased journals for everyone. They're all different, but mine, as you can see, says "Be bold." It may be backwards on the video here, but what we did on our the first day, we drove up just a few hours away from home, and we pretty much relaxed. I made a big pot of chili, and we ate chili and crackers and watched movies and did things like that, played Uno, and just really enjoyed one another's time. I mean, I can honestly say that I enjoyed being in the house with everyone for those days. So the first day, which was the next day, we did a activity where we had to go around and we created slips like this. And the topic for that day was appreciation. We wrote on the slips what we appreciate about every other person, not about ourselves. It could not be anything about ourselves. So I just want to read to you what they all said that they appreciate about me. And I would share theirs with you, but they didn't give me permission, so I won't do that. I'll just share with you what they wrote about me. So my husband said, "I appreciate you for your honesty, love, and strong will for our family to do well and to be happy and blessed." Then my daughter, Alicia, she said, "I appreciate you for your knowledge and wisdom." Leah, which is our third child, she said, "I appreciate you now." Oh, how? "I appreciate how you have guided me throughout my life and helped me up." Then my son, who's the youngest child, he's 18. He said, "I appreciate all the chances you give me." And then L'Oreal, who is the oldest, she said, "I appreciate you for being the best mother you can be." And that just melted my heart. It melts my heart. You know, and when we did this reflection, it was amazing. It was really amazing, because when you hear this, you don't realize how much your family appreciates you. So the appreciation part of the activity was pretty simple for everyone. We wrote them on slips and we glued them into our journals. These are journals that we keep, that we can go back to when we become frustrated with one another, because we're family. So we are going to become frustrated at times. But when we do, we can go back to this and receive some encouragement from one another. So I'll read to you on the next day. Following that day, the next day was admiration. We had to write what we admire about one another. So this is a little different from appreciation, because I can appreciate you for cooking me dinner, but admire is something on a whole nother level. So I'm going to be honest, they struggled. They struggled with this, which is what I expected. But I'm okay with that because it caused them to really think and to really reflect on what they admire about one another. But the things that they said blew my mind about what they said about one another, what they admire about one another, their peers, their siblings. So that was awesome. But I will read to you what they said that they admire about me. So L'Ariel, the oldest, she said, and I'll just read them through. I won't say who said what. I'll just read each one. I admire you for your hard work and dedication. I admire your perseverance to be successful. I admire your work ethic and never giving up. Mom, I admire that you don't give up. I admire that you're very organized and so detail oriented. That was that day. Awesome, right? The next day, we had to notice one another's strengths. Little different from appreciation, different from admiration. Now we're on strength. What do you see as a strength that for everyone else? And of course, it was a struggle. It was a struggle coming up with this. So I'll just read to you what they said for me. My husband said, I noticed that your strength is to care about people and how well they can do. I believe your strength is that you're self-motivated. I believe the world ain't ready for you, but they better because you're going to rock it out. That's from my husband. And then from all of the children, your strengths are a sense of direction and willingness. I notice your strength of versatility. I notice you have a strength of empathy. Mom, I notice your strength is very protective. You're very protective of yours. Awesome, right? That was awesome. So then on our next day, what we did was we began talking about our goals. And although I have a lot of goals for the year 2020, we just put down 3 for the purpose of this retreat and exercise. And what I said was to save money. That's always my goal every year, to save more money. I want to travel more. And I'm planning on taking some Spanish classes, so to learn Spanish. And these all line up with my other goals. If I want to travel more, I got to have some money, right? And I need to learn Spanish because the places that I want to travel to, I'm going to need to know some level of Spanish. So I just wanted to share that with you. 2020 is, I just feel it. I don't know about you, but for me, it's going to bring something that I have never experienced before. And I know it not because it's 2020 and everybody's saying 2020 vision, you see clearly. I see clearer every day. So I don't jump on the cliches and the fads and what's going on in the entrepreneurial spectrum. I'm not typically that one to jump on those fads. However, I know what God has for me. And based on what he is showing me in 2019, this year, I know what's about to take place in 2020. So that's why I know that it's about to bring something different, something great, something that I have never ever experienced before. And I just want to encourage you to not jump on the fads, but to really, really dig deep. on what have you been accomplishing in 2019 and what seeds you have planted that is going to take you into 2020. That's where your success come from. Not because of the cliches, but because of the seeds you have planted. That's where your success is coming from. So I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you to dig deeper within yourself. Dig deeper into what God is calling for you to do. And it may look scary, but it's okay. Do it scared. Just do it anyway. One day at a time, one step at a time. Just do it. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And I just want to encourage you. Be blessed.